Hey. I.O.W. Sports. Hey. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. What up, world? What's up? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. You know who that guy is.
Tell them if they want it, they can come and get it.
You about to bang on these niggas with
I swear I love my city, I just want love.
shit. I'm from the murder cap.
See me, they say women, they ain't ready for that.
Sipping and spilling the yak.
Detroit verse, everybody.
What up, dog?
What up, dog? That nigga, man, he loves some Michigan, man. He love Detroit. I ain't mad at him. I love Kansas City.
Good.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of I.O.W. Sports. We are streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah. Going over to www.ioftenwonder.com. That's where you can find all the information for I.O.W. Sports, as well as our sister network company, I Often Wonder podcast. All right. So we got the preliminaries out the way. And we're going to talk some sports today.
Right.
But before we do that, if y'all been paying attention to our Facebook account, which is new, it's out.
Crispy.
Yeah, it's crispy too. Our Instagram account and our Twitter account.
Right.
You know that we got a special guest today
In the building.
Representing the Therapeutic Rap podcast as well as the Man Down podcast. We got that man, Jay Coltrane. You ain't got no
what up?
Oh,
That's good.
Hey, my man
good.
slipping on me. You normally got applause for me, man. We supposed to be like, yeah,
I thought I had
you
it,
go.
I couldn't find the one I was looking for.
Hey, again, Jay, man, appreciate you hopping on the show. How you doing today, big homie?
Hey, man, I'm real good, man. Thanks for having me, man.
We appreciate you coming on, bro.
I love what y'all doing, man. I love it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, like I was telling Mel the other day on Thursday, I love what y'all are doing, man. Like,
oh yeah,
like y'all representing for our people, and I mean, you can't get no better than that,
right?
But Jay, where you from, man? Let the people know where you from.
Man, I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. We actually grew up together, man. That's how we met.
Okay.
Real young in the projects.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was the only guy, North Carolina man who was a fan, so I stood out.
Now that makes sense. So, of course, if you was on everybody was watching the episode last Thursday, we had Melvin on the show. Of course, from the Man Down podcast. So, is that kind of how you guys got that all together, just through friendship and love of sports?
Well, yeah, and no. Melvin originally started a podcast called The Wake Up, and it was more geared to get our people to wake up, man, and really look past what the media was telling you, and kind of wake up from this slumber condition that we had. But after a few episodes, it didn't really take off like he wanted to, man. He had a whole lot of hope, and at the time, I thought it was like podcasting. Now that ain't really for me, so I would jump on and jump off. And then he switched over to sports, which was Man Down, and it was kind of cool because he knew that I have a really big love for sports. So then that just took off, man. And then once you get into podcasting, I'm sure you guys know, man, it's addictive.
It's addictive, man.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that. You get that podcast Jones.
Hey, once you get the bug, it's a wrap. It's like
this nigga got hooked like a heroin addict.
yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's dope. So I've been a big fan of the Man Down podcast for a minute now. But you have another project, the Therapeutic Rap podcast, and I'm a few episodes in, and I love what you do, and I love how open and honest you are, because it takes a lot.
It does.
For humans to do that. Let's be real. And then hey man, you hold no punches, man. Like I'm trying to figure out like what came up, what made you came up with that?
All right, so Therapeutic Rap, man, is it's a labor of love. It came from originally. I realized that I needed. I had a whole lot of shit in my chest, on my chest that I needed to get off. And
it's funny we got a segment like that,
Right.
and you know, I was just like, man, my black men, we need a space, man. That's a safe space, because when things are going on with you, man, you're always told, man up, man up. You know what I mean? So we don't really show emotion or whatever. So I was like, man, I want to create a podcast where we can come and be real, and just like things affect us, but normally we can't tell our wives, we can't tell our moms, we can't tell anybody. We just hold it in. So I was like, yeah, I just want to create that space. And then kind of organically from that, I said, if I want people to open up to me, the first thing I have to do is be transparent.
Exactly.
I have to discuss my hurts, my failures, you know, some stuff that's just so deep that like the average person wouldn't even talk about. And I really got into you know, a lot of issues, man, that I think are not just unique to me, even though my story is unique, but you know, as black men, I felt like, yo, if y'all could hear someone else saying, hey, this hurt me, then we all can start talking about the things that hurt me in order to get healing from them situations.
I like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
I like that.
That's dope. Yeah, that hey, it's something about them Chiefs fans, man. We deeper than football, brother.
Here we go.
Talk about it. You gotta talk about that.
Hey, no, you're right. You're right. You do gotta talk about it. Where can the people find you at, big homie? Go ahead, plug some stuff away real quick.
All right. So YouTube, we got the Man Down Podcast Network, which you can find our visuals for the Man Down Podcast. You can find Therapeutic Rap. You can find From the Death of a Sinner. That's something else that we're doing. You can find the Cheat Code coming soon. That's something that we're doing. So what we really want to have is a conglomerate of podcasts located at one spot for the visuals. On Instagram and Facebook, Therapeutic Rap. You can listen to the Therapeutic Rap podcast and the Man Down podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, they're going anywhere, all major platforms. We there. Just Google Therapeutic Rap. It's sound like it's spelled, or Man Down Podcast, and man, you're gonna get an earful each and every time.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
Oh yeah, hey man, y'all boys bring the heat, man. I mean, you know it, Jay. I'm there every Tuesday messing with y'all boys, cutting up. So
for sure.
I'm about to jump in on Tuesday. What time on Tuesday?
No, jump on the Facebook page, Man Down Podcast. I'll invite you. Hey man, because they be clowning. I'm trying to get Cass on here. I was gonna try to get him on Thursday, but he might be licking his wounds from that game yesterday, so I might leave Cass alone. You know, he might get too emotional.
Hey, you know how you do it. You know how you do it, man. Them Saints lost. You know, you might want to leave him alone for 1 or 2 business weeks.
You're right. You're right. I might hold off on Cass till maybe a couple of weeks until we get more basketball oriented stuff and less football. He might be all right by that time. But anyway, speaking of sports, man, what were you saying?
Like you said.
Now go ahead, Jay.
Like
you breaking up, bro.
Yeah, you breaking up.
You're going through a tunnel.
Shared every Tuesday night. We there.
Oh yeah, every Tuesday night on the Man Down. Yeah, y'all is live.
Hell yeah.
But speaking of, now you good. What were some of the sports that you loved growing up as a kid, man?
Believe it or not, man, I'm a wrestler. Like I used to wrestle. That was my favorite sport.
Oh wow!
Oh, you over here wrestling? You over here wrestling with your internet connection too?
Right.
Nah,
Jay, don't get me for that, dog.
Struggling.
I'm not. It's all good.
And another man down. Speaking of man down. Speaking of man down. Oh yeah, he back now.
Oh, you back now?
Yeah,
you better.
It's all good.
So I'm gonna hit that again. What was it? You said you was a wrestler? Now go ahead, speak on that.
Yeah, 4 years varsity wrestling in school. For several times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you bad.
Yeah, man. I did that, man. I started out at 152 pounds, went all the way to 189.
Oh wow!
I think my clothes weigh more than 189 now, so you know, we just stay getting bigger. Oh yeah, for sure.
Filling out.
But I've always had a love for football and basketball as well.
Okay.
I played, but I wasn't as talented as I was with wrestling.
Okay. Which is crazy because I know a couple of wrestlers, like especially back in Iowa, but I was big in wrestling.
Oh really?
Oh yeah,
So
the state. Oh yeah,
they thought it'd be like
wrestling.
football, basketball.
I mean, and they produced some players out in Iowa, like because like University of Iowa got like at least I saw a stat they got like 9 players in the conference.
They got
games.
University of Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa Hawkeyes. Anyway, Jay. Now you said one of your favorite sports was basketball, so we about to go above the rim, do some basketball talk real quick. Did you get a chance to watch that James Harden debut with the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday?
Yeah, it went totally opposite of what I was hoping for.
Speak on it. What was you hoping for? Yeah.
I wanted him to go out there and be horrible, but you know, not at all. It didn't go that way at all.
Well, so why'd you want to be horrible? Speak on that. Let's go to put your therapeutic rap hat on.
Yeah.
I don't really like Harden, man.
Okay. Oh, hey, cut to the chase. Take the Band-Aid off.
I don't know, man.
So let me go ahead.
My beard turned gray too early. His beard black, mine gray. I don't like that.
That's just that. That nigga beard gray like yours.
Oh.
he got somebody like a bad one. He got
for
that
sure.
money. Well, he got
for sure.
on his face.
Hey, I want to laugh at something because I saw it in Man Down. Somebody had posted. They said, "This is how you get out of Houston. You demand a trade. You get a fat suit. Then you get the trade, and then everything's all good, bro." I hollered. I mean,
it seemed like that's what he did, though.
Yeah,
man, he just gave up on that team.
Hey, he
just gave up though. That was like ridiculous.
But I ain't even gonna say that fat suit is far fetched, man. Because there's no way.
Man, look, that nigga still look kind of chunky though.
Yeah, but them pictures,
he ain't as big as he was when he.
Yeah, but I'm saying them pictures, them boys look like he looked like rotund, like a straight basketball.
He still like that, my man from Superbad. He kind of that fat. Jonah Hill, Superbad fat.
you know, man. I just don't think he plays winning basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you know what I mean. As a guy who coached Little League, man, at Rec Center, I got 9 and 10-year-olds when they got somebody wide open under the goal, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? As a love for the game of basketball, I think it's man versus team with him. He always gonna put himself first and try to get 40 over, and that's why I was surprised that he had 14 assists in his debut. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess he's like, oh, I can do this. And if he plays that style of basketball, you got to clean up the turnovers, but they could be a really, really successful ball club, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was looking nice yesterday. Well, I mean, other day.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, other day. Yeah, now, he was looking nice.
I mean,
my days run into each other.
Hey, my days be smacked.
Yeah, but he was looking nice, man. I kind of agree with what he was saying. Cause I was gonna bring that up. I was like, the other day when he was playing his debut, it was like a totally different James Harden. He was passing. And then when he was on the sideline, he's hyping up the team.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he was averaging like 10.4 assists even before he got traded to Houston. So it's not like he wasn't like it's all me.
Yeah, but that nigga was like in and out when he was in Houston. Like, okay,
I'm
gonna pass today, but tomorrow it might not be Robinson.
No, I feel you.
Know what
I'm just saying,
and
like
defense was like missing action.
Hey, well, he ended up having 4 steals on the block.
He was like
in the debut. I was like,
he was playing a little defense.
Where was this guy at?
That's what we throwing people by surprise. He got. I think how many steals he had. He had a couple steals.
Yeah, about 4 steals.
Yeah,
4. Yeah. Nah, he hustling real hard, man. He got to get that. He got to get that water weight off of him.
All right. Once that
as soon as he get back down the size,
He
Yeah,
hanging out.
it's over.
It's over with.
hmm
Well, I mean, we'll see what he does tonight because who they got? They got Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah, they got they do.
You know,
And I think Kyrie back. I think Kyrie may be back and questionable for the night.
Oh, really? That's gonna be
Yes.
good. All three of them work.
well, I mean, that's what everybody's anticipating.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
What is the Brooklyn Nets going to look like with all three of them?
Right.
That's what we're waiting on.
Right.
I mean,
The Thunder from 2012. It's not hard.
yeah, but I don't.
But see, here's the thing about that. I know a lot of people say that, but here's the thing: they were all young.
They were young as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
It was pups.
Compared to like now, these niggas like veterans.
They
It might
30,
be a
31.
whole different mindset. You know,
But if you look at the evolution of basketball, the NBA, not basketball. Look at the evolution of the NBA. Like, so now it's positionless basketball. Everybody can take any shot, and nobody drives the cup unless it's fast break. So they'll be fine because Kyrie can create his own shot. He can get to the cup whenever he wants to, and you can't double because KD and James Harden are not down to three. So offensively, they'll be fine. And the question is, who are they going to stop defensively? And the answer is no one. Yeah, they got to score 115 points a game.
Like the
I mean
the D'Antoni sons.
Hey, he's a bench coach on there, and then you got Steve Nash that used to play for him, the head coach.
That's what I be doing. You know, Phoenix Suns run and gun.
So is it fair to say you pretty much got the Phoenix Suns / Houston Rockets D'Antoni system all over again?
It's shaping up to be that way.
Yeah, but that don't bring championships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Houston ain't winning with that.
They're missing a rim protector. You know, they always had the rim protector. They had the Sean Marion or the Amari Stoudemire type rim protector. Once because Durant not going under there for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you told him it was a burner Twitter account and a hairbrush, he still wouldn't go down there.
So you don't feel DeAndre Jordan is really that rim protector guy no more?
No, he ain't the same.
You talking about the shell of DeAndre Jordan and stuff?
So he just a body now.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. That ain't DeAndre.
Heard. Hey, and the crazy thing, we haven't even mentioned Kevin Durant. And like, he's still the wild card of that whole team. Like,
I'm more concerned about the other two more than Kevin Durant.
Oh, I'm not worried about KD.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Harden, and I'm with you. I'm worried about Harden, getting mixed into the mix. I mean, he had, of course, points wise, him and KD had 74 points on Saturday. I mean, we'll see what they'll do
get
with
points.
No.
Yeah, he gonna get points. Ain't gonna be no problem.
Nobody's worried about that.
Right. The thing is, Kyrie gonna come in flaky. Like, how you feeling today, bro? You know.
Well, not just flaky. I mean,
no, you know the world flat, nigga. I can't do this.
Just like Melvin said on the last show, he is one of a kind. We know his talents,
right?
But the more and more you try to push him to do something, you're gonna get the opposite reaction from that. And I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of guy, but this looked like some kind of setup. I mean, James Harden was looking like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, he was.
And then all of a sudden, he back to.
I'm gonna say, shoot. He was like the Pillsbury.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Call that nigga Biscuits. I mean, that nigga nickname. Yo, Biscuits, pass the ball.
And then you got a sabbatical from Kyrie.
Right.
I mean, and at some point, Steve Nash didn't even know where he's at. Like, just off the grid.
That's why I got a problem, man.
Just going off the grid?
Not just that. I mean, I understand.
Especially when you got bosses.
Right. It's like, okay, something bother you, it's fine. I understand stuff going on in the world and it can affect you because we all human.
Yeah.
But you got a job to do. Still report to your job. Even if you just say, look, man, I might take a couple of days off, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But just don't show up. No call,
disappear.
no show usually mean you get fired. Now, I know that's the NBA. I know they're paying them a lot of money, but I'm saying we can't do that. No call, no show. Next day, like, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? We done replaced you, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't do that. And then, like, you know, I know what Melvin has said I ain't get a chance to speak on it, but my thing is like, but you a grown man.
Yeah.
So why do I have to play these games with you to get you to play? You know what I'm saying? Well, don't push him this way. It's not gonna respond. Bruh, we paying you money. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
A lot of money.
A lot.
We need you out here to play. It's not to say we can't work with you. It's not to say we can't be flexible. But bruh, we paying you money. You can't not just show up.
Paid handsome.
You know what I'm saying?
That boy got the bag.
You got a job to do.
Bag.
You know
So
what I'm
get the
saying?
work.
Right. You got a job to do.
All right, let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
Scenario time.
All right. Well, what's the scenario? Here we go, yo.
Hey,
Here we go, yo.
hey,
Oh,
here
what's the scenario?
All right, so here's the scenario. Game 7.
Yep.
They in the finals.
Okay.
Who's taking that final shot?
If it's
If
me,
the
I'm
answer's
giving
not
it to KD.
Durant, you're wrong.
Huh? That's what I said. I'm giving it to KD. That's what I'm giving it to.
All right, so we all on the same page as
Yeah.
KD. So this is KD's
Kyrie
team.
might shoot and break his ankle.
I'm just saying. So we all in agreement.
Yeah.
This is KD's team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gotta be. It's
Okay.
gotta be, man. It's gotta be.
Okay.
There's not a team that KD can go to except for the Lakers and it not be his team.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. No arguments on that one. I mean,
Golden State.
It was his team.
That was his team.
Yeah.
that was
Steph went to 2 and Clay went to oblivion.
Like, it was like, he the baddest dude.
I'm saying, but I think they did that to appease him. I don't think that.
No, I think they did that because they wanted more championships.
His talent. They did that because he was the most talented player.
Yeah.
Like Curry can hit a tough shot. Curry makes bad shots look like good shots.
Right.
Which also kills the little league basketball. But neither here nor there.
Another long story on that one.
but Durant is a hell of a player. Like,
yeah.
He's a 7-foot shooter, assassin.
Yeah. Right.
Who can get to the cup if he want to.
Right.
Anytime he wants.
His only weakness is he's still got little legs. Like his legs didn't really grow. Right. You know what I mean? Like as a basketball player, I mean, it's nothing that guy can't do. Yeah. He could lock your number one down if he had to. Yeah, he prefers not to.
Yeah.
But I mean, just his length alone, pause. He can play the passing lane. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm glad you paused, bro.
We're gonna pause.
One thing about me, I'm gonna pause it. Yeah, you're not gonna get me.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this out, fellas.
Go ahead.
What is the most surprising team to look out for, in your opinion?
To look out for?
Yeah,
I like Atlanta.
You like Atlanta?
I like Atlanta. I like the talent they got there. I like Atlanta.
Young team.
I mean, I don't think they'll come out the East or nothing like that. But I like the way they look, and they can beat. Put it this way, they got the talent, Trae Young and them out there over there to beat any given team.
Especially in the East.
Especially in the East.
Especially in the
you know what I'm saying? They had that talent.
Although I know the answer to this question.
Okay.
No. Stop. Don't do that. Give me your answer, man. Stop playing with me, man.
No. So here's the thing. I can't answer it with the correct answer because I argued against the correct answer with Mel.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna soundbite me.
I got you.
So although I know the answer,
okay,
I'm going to say I like the Hornets.
Really?
Yeah,
I like the Hornets. The correct answer is the Knicks, man. Listen,
really,
they look good,
but come on,
hey,
but they didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said. That like, but I went back and I've watched even the games that they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like RJ Barrett would be a cancer as a Duke fan.
Mm-hmm.
He plays hero ball way too much, but now he's like the third or fourth fiddle, and he's letting the offense run through him. And they just got Obi back last night, and he looked amazing. And
they just beat Orlando today on MLK Day.
Julius looking good. I mean,
I like Julius. I liked him as a Laker, being a Lakers fan. I saw him. I loved him.
It's tough, man. But they can. I don't think that they'll like make big noise,
Mm-hmm.
but they can. If you got to play the Knicks with a chance to get into the playoffs, you're probably not going to make it. If you got to play them with a chance to go from a 4 seed to a 5, like they can ruin your day.
Right.
Hey,
And if they play ball this way throughout the season, they'll be a 6 seed or better. It was a 6, 7, or 8 seed in the East, I would think.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I can see that.
No, I can see that because I'm looking at the stats right now. 4 of their starters went into double figures today against Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you getting that efficiency, being that efficient,
Right.
damn Alexis. I mean, that's pretty damn good. I know, right? But I'm gonna throw out a team that I like.
Okay, go ahead.
I like the Phoenix Suns.
I mean, yeah, Phoenix look nice.
Only problem is, here's my only problem. You're in the West. I mean, you're running into
The
you're gonna.
Lakers.
I mean, you're gonna
And the Lakers
You're gonna run into the Lakers
and the Lakers.
I mean, but I've said this everywhere that Chris Paul goes, he makes the team better,
and that's why. And that's why I'm saying that.
And I don't think he get the props that he should.
He brings a winning culture.
He does,
and people are so quick to point out, well, he's never won the big one, and that's true.
Yeah,
but to take the Pelicans and the Clippers, these were habitual cellar dwellers,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Made them relevant.
You put them in at least playoff contention. Your whole career. I mean, that's what he did. He Houston and OKC. He had OKC was supposed to be rebuilding.
OKC had no business being in the playoffs
for sure.
But here, let me pose this question. So, based on what you said, Jay. So, does winning championships make you a great player? Because the reason I say that because that's the first thing most people go to. If you say such a great player, yeah, but they ain't win no championship. That's
I
automatic.
hate that argument.
Say that again.
I hate that argument because
you got Marino.
A championship is a team accomplishment.
Exactly.
Right.
And when I say team, not just players, the coaching staff has to be competent. And not just the coaching staff.
The front office.
The front office has to put together a program that can win.
Right. A winning culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can take a great player and surround him with doo-doo. He won't win a championship. I don't care who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
So people talk about the Michael Jordan 6 rings and this, that, and the third. Hell, he had a dynasty. And no matter how dysfunctional it was, it worked together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to the point that when the front office was tired of it working, they said, no matter what, Phil not coming back next year. And he broke up the dynasty himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The GM.
Right.
Jerry Krause.
Yeah. So you can definitely say, and after that, the Bulls haven't won anything. So you could definitely say that the front office is a really big part of championship teams.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I don't think that whether you won a championship or not, that's like saying Karl Malone and Charles Barkley weren't great players.
Right. Now, I agree with you, but that's the always the go-to answer when you compare.
Right.
Just like the Kobe and Jordan thing.
Yeah.
That discussion. Or LeBron too. You can throw LeBron there.
Talking about the GOAT discussion?
Yeah. It's like, well, so-and-so won more championships. And so even statistics are misleading.
Yes, but you know what I hate
That's
about the GOAT argument in general? It's so subjective, and
it is.
And people will tear down one to up the other one.
Right.
And it's like you got to be such a hater to tear down LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan.
Right.
But
you got to give us props.
I'm not going to hate on that guy.
I'm from Detroit. So I'm not going to be a Michael Jordan fan.
Nah, them niggas.
But I give him his props. I can't take that away from him.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him his props. So my thing, if you're a lover of a sport, you got to give these people their props. You can't just hate on them because they on a team that don't represent your city. That's silly to me. That's a silly argument.
And
it's like Ohio State
say all the time, such and such is trash. If you're in the GOAT argument, the one thing that you're not is trash.
Trash.
Right.
Period.
Right.
If I'm in the argument, I'm far from trash.
Right.
Yeah, you're elite. If you're in
Right.
the argument, you're so. For instance, Kevin Durant is elite. He's the second best player in the NBA right now, and he's nowhere near the GOAT argument.
Wow.
So if you're in the GOAT argument, you're better than Kevin Durant.
Right.
So
you're right.
you know, and these people, man. And like I said, and I've said this several times on Man Down, and I say it everywhere I go, the argument of sports nowadays is so lazy. Like people, like they just, you just say anything to try to prove your point. You know what I mean? You have sliding scales. Well, he did this. Oh, well, we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this because this makes the guy look better. You know what I'm saying? Now, get some criteria. Get some measurable data points. And then throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
And that's how you do stuff objectively.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with
that. Now, you're right. All right. So we talk about surprise teams to look out for. Now, what surprise team are you disappointed in, fellas? Everybody don't jump at once.
early answer is Clippers and Mavs together.
Both of them?
Yeah.
I'll say Clippers.
The Clippers look like the Clippers was the answer on Saturday. But if you watch them since Saturday, it's like a switch is coming on. Paul George been hooping all year. But we all know about playoff P though.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that you got a whole new offense with Lou. You had a shortened off season, so I knew there would be growing pains, but I just didn't think they looked like this.
Right.
Yeah.
The Mavs, until they figure out that
it's the Luka show,
you're not gonna win
with just Luka
when your whole offense is predicated on Luka. Either he's scoring or he's getting the assists. Like the ball is in his hand always. And Mel was on your show last week, man, and he laughed and I laughed when we said that his skill set, he's Hito Turkoglu with a higher usage rate.
Right.
Yeah. No, I was laughing at that when y'all said that on y'all podcast on Man Down, and I was like, "Oh, damn!"
That makes sense.
You can't argue with it. Like as much as you're like, I don't want that to be true.
It's kind of hard to argue against it. I mean, I'm just
young Turk, new and improved Turkoglu.
Right.
New Turkoglu. Yo, when they said that, I hollered. I was like, "Oh, damn!"
You can't argue that one.
No, I'm actually kind of disappointed in the Miami Heat.
I forgot about that.
Only because
there was a flash in the pan last year, man. I'm disappointed in you. So the Jimmy Butler show. What has he done ever?
Well, no. Just hear me out. I'm not expecting Jimmy Butler to carry the franchise because the reason why they made it to the finals is because Duncan Robinson was shooting. Even going in his old age was getting
hell to Michigan. Just saying.
Oh, where? Oh my gosh, Michigan guy.
Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, I know. Dragic was getting his assists.
Right.
Tyler Hero came out of nowhere and started making a name.
I like that kid.
Yeah.
But and then it wasn't just all Jimmy, because Jimmy to me was the glue of that team and why they carried. And for them to even make it to Game 6 with that team and against the Lakers,
right,
and dealing with the bubble and literally like they pretty much played like, damn it, we ain't supposed to be here. Then shit, we just gonna show out even if we lose.
Right.
It's fair. I mean, I hate moral victories, but it's fair to say that they had a moral victory in that bubble. So just for them to get back, I guess
you at least expect for at least be somewhat close to that. I mean, coming back this year,
Bam gets the contract extension pretty much based off his performance in the bubble.
Right, you expect to see that.
So where's Bam go?
That same level.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the fight that they had in the bubble, and is to me so far it's not translating to this season.
Right.
So I mean, that's just I'm just a little disappointed in that.
Well, let me explain it to you this way, right?
Yeah.
You can only sneak up on me one time. You know, so there was a sneaky peek. Now everybody's looking for him. So you know, the element of surprise is gone.
Yeah.
So,
Sneaky Peek is a good show.
Hey, Sneaky Pete on Amazon. That was my shit.
Sidebar, that's a good show.
Yeah, no, that's a good show.
Absolutely.
Oh, you seen it too, Jay?
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Oh yeah. That shit fly though.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean I had to drop that in.
No, I got you. Jamel, surprise team that you kind of disappointed in.
I mean, you named all the ones I was thinking about.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I mean, besides the Pistons, but you know, I ain't surprised. I'm just disappointed.
Hey man, that being loyal stuff to your city be hurting sometimes.
Man,
dude.
look, man. So you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying.
Nah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You saying nah, Jay? You said sometimes just let it go, dog.
Hey man, listen, you got to. I mean, the Lions.
Kendrick said, loyalty.
Man,
I mean, I've been.
He was just playing. He was talking about like your old lady or your homeboy or something. He wasn't talking about bad clubs. He was not. He was not talking about the Pistons and the Lions. I promise.
Shoot, all of them look bad this year. I mean, last few years they've been all of them been bad. Red Wings, Tigers.
Hey, man, y'all got you a new GM, or brother too.
Yeah, I saw that, and a new coach.
Yeah.
Well,
Dan Campbell.
They give him a second interview.
Yeah, they about to hire him.
And I mean, they probably.
They better
I don't see nothing going. Unless he's just going and just jack it up.
That's a bad hire.
Talking about Dan Campbell.
I think so.
And well, there was a better hire to be had.
Hey, hold that material because we gonna get to football in just a second. But everybody, go ahead, like, share, comment. Phone number is below. Call in if you want to. We say something that just perks your ears.
Or something you don't like.
Yeah, something you don't like, or something you want to say. Get off your chest. We'll get to that segment later. But like again,
that's a Raleigh number.
Oh yeah. Hey, we in North Carolina, baby.
Oh
yeah, I told you, man.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Y'all down the road, man. I drive to Durham every day.
Oh, okay.
What you talking about?
You next door.
See, you next door.
Yeah, man,
I mean, you is Greensboro. You ain't nothing but damn 45.
A hot skip in the gym.
30 minutes for me.
I say Greensboro, but I'm really in McLeansville. I've been.
Oh, still ain't that far.
Nah, still ain't.
Hey, grow up, move to the suburbs, baby.
But let's go ahead and jump into what everybody really wants to talk about. Man, we had some good weekend of football, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Before
you get in that,
I
want to give a shout out to I.O.W for getting his 707 goal yesterday against the
OV8.
Yeah, against the
Alex
Penguins.
Ovechkin.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
Hockey did start.
Yeah, hockey started.
Yeah,
it was a nice little goal too. Got the pass.
Oh man,
that was nice, man. I liked it.
Hey,
he's in the GOAT conversation, in my opinion.
Yes.
What, in hockey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Gretzky always gonna be my favorite Gretzky and all.
Hey, so real quick, Alex Ovechkin or Sidney Crosby? You starting a franchise?
See, I think Crosby is more flashier. He's just, what I'm saying? I'm not saying not a good player.
Yeah.
I think like
he's a finesser.
Ovechkin is like that blue collar, rough.
Man, you took my answer.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I love. I'm still going to see it. I'm going to see it, the kid, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
He put in a post or pre-COVID world. He put butts in chairs.
He did.
And if you can sell tickets,
I see the flash
as an owner. Mm-hmm. As an owner, that's how I want to start my franchise. I don't care about winning the first few years. I care about building a fan base.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. I think a lot of people be like, well, I would start my franchise with the best superstar out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Now you ain't got no money for nobody else.
You one person.
So what? Okay.
No, I'm saying that just real quick. I mean,
I'm gonna say this right quick. Mario Lemieux, or Lemieux, or Sidney Crosby.
Ooh,
they played on the same team for a minute.
You gotta go Super Mario still
Yeah.
Because
Mario.
his
he was gritty, bro.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
like that dedication and he's almost like what you would say that comparison to me in the NASCAR world would be Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt. Like,
okay,
you know, they both are established,
right?
But like one just tugs at people's heartstring. Like it doesn't even matter the play on the ice, so to speak.
Right.
So I'm gonna say Sydney was Jeff Gordon. We gonna roll with that.
Yeah, that's exactly that's exactly what it was.
I'm just making sure.
Like, you know, like even when Earnhardt was losing, he still brought a
fan base.
He brought people to watch the race, and everybody knew Earnhart. Everybody know Earnhardt.
But I was young and heard about Earnhardt.
Right, you know.
Damn, Earnhardt.
I'm not even a NASCAR person, but
I never
I know
been
who he
big
was.
on NASCAR, but
you know what I'm saying? I know the drivers. I watch every now and then. I'm not a NASCAR.
No, I feel you. Yeah. But just one quick point. I see why you went Sid, because not only was he putting butts in seats, he won championships in Pittsburgh too.
He did.
So I mean, not only to make money and to win is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ovi got his championship a couple of years ago, but I'm still going Ovechkin. That's my guy. I like that guy. That boy, he'll knock your head off. But let's get to this football talk though. All right, we're gonna start with the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers that started the playoff game this weekend.
Right.
So Big J, why do you think the Packers end up coming out with that win, man?
Jared Goff sucks.
Shut that one down. I agree. We always say
anything. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Not the GOAT for real, but Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, outside of that, like there's nothing else to really talk about. The Packers should have won that game. When your injury report is that your backup quarterback is hurt, so you got to go with your original starter, and people are like, "Oh man, you have a quarterback problem."
Right.
Damn, I didn't even look at it that way.
Right. I would say though, this game proves how good Aaron Donald is.
Aaron Donald?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because
they couldn't get no pass rush.
Without they couldn't get nothing. And the defense looked suspect without him. It's like no pass rush. Then you got your corners out there on the island. You can chase them around all day, and you got Rodgers out there quarterback.
I mean, I'll say this: they kept Devontae Adams kind of under wraps. I mean, he got 9 touches, 9 catches.
In the touch.
Yeah, but he got 66 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying he had an explosive game like he normally would. So I mean, I say you somewhat contain him. I think the Rams lost this game is because they put the ball in Jared Goff's hands. Now his stats 21-27. He got a touchdown, no interceptions, but he only threw for 174 yards. So I mean, Packers defense gave him that little dink and dunk. Have it,
right?
Whatever. But you're not gonna kill us. I think them taking the ball out of Cam Akers' hands,
right?
Because what do we say on the show? Jared Goff is the quarterback predicated on the bootleg, play action, the foolery shit,
right?
And is predicated off the run. So they got the run. It was successful. So obviously you had the formula that you love as a Rams team to get it. And you still lost. So big ups to the Green Bay defense for pretty much taking away what Jared Goff loves to do.
Right.
He didn't have that down the field shots off the bootleg, off the play action. That shit wasn't there.
He didn't take the shots. So
if you've
been a Kansas City Chiefs fan, right?
Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Check down Alex.
I know that you've yelled at your TV, just throw the ball out. and he'll say, yeah, you know what? The running back is standing right next to me. Here you go. Or whatever. So Jared Goff is a poor man's Alex Smith, which is saying a whole lot. He didn't take a shot. He didn't take a shot the whole game. Take one.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, I'd rather you throw that Chad Henne interception.
Yeah.
Just take a damn shot.
I hear
You're
you.
never gonna win. If you're getting 2 yards a play, you won't get the 10 yards in 4 plays, so you won't win.
Yeah,
take a shot.
I mean, you got. I mean, even for the defense wise, you gotta take a shot to let them know you're gonna throw it out there. So no, they didn't have to start. Okay, we got to guard against this.
Mm-hmm.
If I know all you're gonna do is dink and dunk and try to run, I'm gonna keep everybody in and stop you.
Yeah.
Green Bay linebackers kept everything in front of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's easy. Just play prevent.
Had that.
You had that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody was just looking at the stats, they'd be like, "Oh, Jared, go ahead." I'm like, "No, did you watch the game?
Right.
Had that dink and dunk stuff. Have it."
You good with that, bro?
But I'm surprised
That's
that
my side piece.
But I'm surprised that Sean McVay did not keep the ball in Cam Akers' hands. He was balling. I don't know. I'm confused on that.
Me too, bro.
Yo, McVay about to blow it up, yo. Listen to me. The Rams you see next year won't look like the Rams you seen this year. He's about to blow it up.
Like what? Like
he's going to come with a new offensive
what movie?
scheme.
So you say a new offensive scheme? Just new everything.
New offensive scheme started by a new quarterback.
Ooh. No, it definitely need a new quarterback.
Wow, both of y'all saying this should be a wrap?
I mean, you think
for Jared Goff?
They might get Deshaun. They might get Deshaun.
No, come on. There's no way. They don't have the capital to do that.
I like
if you dump golf contract you do, money comes instantly available. Get rid of that bum that you gave $1 billion.
There you go.
All right, keep it 100.
Yeah.
All right, so in the matinee on Saturday, man, I thought it was gonna be like the slobber knockers, like JR, like slobber knocker, they knocking heads. Baltimore Ravens came up short again to the Buffalo Bills, 17-13. Jay, break it down to me, man. How you feel about that game?
Buffalo's defense played pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give up the big play. Everybody says Lamar is a bad playoff quarterback. I'm not going to say that about that man. I remember once upon a time the word was Peyton Manning couldn't win the big one.
Right.
Let that man grow, man. What was this? The end of his 3rd season?
Yeah.
And he didn't play the first half of his 1st season. Let that man grow.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine in time. Now the front office can get him some help. It's throw the ball to Hollywood or a tight end. You don't have any other options.
Right.
Snead? Come on, man. I can cover Snead.
They got Dez Bryant, bro. What you talking about?
They got Dez Bryant dad. That dude, he ain't played since 17.
Yeah, you're right.
But again, when Lamar threw that pick 6, that game was over. Then easy. But the Ravens defense played well, man. They gave up 1 touchdown.
Right.
No, you're right.
If you can hold Buffalo to 1 touchdown, you can beat them. But I'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Now go ahead, Mel, because you was about to say something and you forgot, didn't you?
No, I didn't forget. Because there's a few things I want to say, but I'm gonna bring this out because I thought Michael Vick made an interesting point. He said if Lamar was playing or coached by Andy Reid, he wouldn't have to run as much.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was interesting because when he played under Andy Reid, when he was in Philly,
he was more efficient.
He was more efficient passer.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the game that they played, against Buffalo. It's such a vanilla offense.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't do nothing. So it's like, when you gonna develop him to be a passer? Because here's the thing: I was watching the game. I was watching even his footwork. He's relying so much on talent and not using the technical skills as a quarterback. Like, what I'm saying? His feet weren't even set right. He was throwing it, but he got a big arm. So like, I guess he chuck it down the field. But really, technique saves your arm. Technique improves your accuracy. And then as you increase in age, some of those things that you are dominant goes away. So you're gonna have to learn how to have those techniques so you can have longevity.
Bingo. I'm glad you said that.
Because that's why a lot of running black quarterbacks fizzle out because they come in. It's two things. Let me say it right quick.
Best example. You know who I'm
right. Yeah.
You know
let me say it right quick. It's two things that goes on.
Yeah.
And it's not a racial thing, more of it's a prejudicial thing.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that they come in, they say, okay, here's this quarterback with these skills. They already have in mind what they're gonna use them for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about development as a quarterback. They got that speed, they got this talent. Let's exploit that talent. And then they never develop what they need for longevity.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback comes in, I got this talent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rely on this talent. They never develop the skills they need for longevity. To be a passer. And I think that's part of the problem. But like you got something on your face. I see it on your face. Go ahead, Jay.
That's part of the reason, man. The other part is you get this black super athlete quarterback, right? And he doesn't have to be black. I just ain't seen a white wing. So
right.
You get the super athlete or quarterback, and then so the GM again back to the front office is saying, hey, we can pay him a lot of money.
Right.
He's going to run out the pocket, so we don't really need to spend a lot of money on the offensive line.
Right.
We can get a patchwork offensive line, and he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you trade away your studs on offensive line, and now guess what? When you say hike, he has to run for his life,
right?
Because you got guys coming at him, and now it's not effective anymore because it's not organic anymore. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's no time to develop him and grow him as a quarterback because during practice you got to teach him how to run for his life because he ain't got nobody blocking for it.
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at it that way.
Look at go back to RG3.
Right.
When you had quarterbacks that were black that could run, your Randall Cunninghams, your Warren Moons, your whatever. Warren Moon's not really a good example, but the Randall Cunninghams and
RG3, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
And to a
when
degree,
the offensive line was great, they was good.
Yeah. It starts up front.
Yeah, the game is won and lost right there.
In the trenches.
In the trenches.
Now, you right.
I agree.
I mean, I'm not going to say that Lamar played horribly, but I mean, he didn't play. Now, that pick was bad. He stared Mark Andrews down.
Yeah.
I mean, you already said it, Jay. I mean, unless your name is Mark Andrews or Hollywood Brown, good luck getting catches. Good luck getting targets. You know what I'm saying? So, but on the flip side, I didn't think Josh Allen played too well. I mean, I thought he was trying to win like the punt, kick, and pass competition the way he was flinging balls. Like he literally threw one like almost 60 yards, like out the back of the end zone and hit that little TV screen that
Jumbotron.
Yeah, the Jumbotron.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like, so here's the thing with Allen, man. And this is where it's going to cost them next week.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the hero.
Mm.
You want to be the hero. And Honey Badger is going to bait you into a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2 or 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
The thing of it is, up until this year, he had consistency issues. He had his completion percentage was low.
Oh,
this year was pretty high.
Oh yeah,
this year, but the 2 previous years,
it was like 52 and 53%. I know. Oh, I've seen the stats. Them shits was trash.
Now, when times get tough or the lights get bright, you revert back to what you know.
Mm.
So the guru that they brought in to help them in the offseason and all this, like it's worked, but the lights haven't been that bright. As soon as you turn the lights up, well, I don't know if you have it available, but I bet you his completion percentage Saturday was a lot lower than what it's been all year.
Yeah, his it was 62%. I mean, but he's been averaging like mid-70s.
Almost 70.
Yeah.
Almost 70. So it was down some point. So again, when he feels like he has to be the guy to make the play because he's listening to everyone saying, you have to be the guy to make the play. Because they don't have a run. Like the first half, they had 13 passing plays, 1 rushing play at the time, and the running play was him running the ball for his life. Like that running back may as well have been me, because they wasn't handing the ball off at all.
Right.
So if you get a good coach, and I've always believed that Harbaugh gets way more credit than he deserves as being a good coach. But you manage, brother.
You got a Super Bowl.
That's a whole nother story. Please don't bring his brother up.
That's a sore subject, dog.
And y'all just threw more money at him.
Yes, especially with a contract extension.
Yes.
Oh, you can't coach? Here, have an extension.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how we'll get Ohio State. Let's double down on bad coaching.
Hey, all he did was just guarantee another 4 or 5 years.
And then he
of
comes
losing.
in and fire everybody like it's their fault.
Yeah, you guys are making me look bad. No, sir.
Right. That's on you, sir.
Nah, that's on you, bad boy.
So he's not really that great of a coach, especially when it comes to halftime adjustments.
Yeah, that's the key.
The great coaches can adjust during the game.
Hey Jay, don't get this man started on Harbaugh, man. Just
I can see the passion just.
Hey, don't do it, man, because I didn't have to deal with the whole season of talking with Harbaugh with this man. Like bringing up Harbaugh with him is like hurtful. It's like hurting that man's soul. Like, so we gonna move on. No.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All right. So of course, as y'all can tell, Chiefs fan, Jay Chiefs fan.
Really?
So now, anyway, Cleveland Browns made it a game by scoring. Me personally, I mean, you add an extra point miss and a field goal miss, and that game wasn't even close. That's my opinion.
It was never close ever.
Yeah. And that's with a quarterback with a bad toe and got knocked out. I mean, that's just me. My opinion. That game wasn't close at all. You lose to Chad Henne, bruh.
Yeah, you can't lose to Chad Henne.
That's your guy, though. Michigan guy.
I know you're a Michigan guy.
I mean,
but he a granddad now. Shoot. I think it's out there with his walker.
Hey,
I think he was the quarterback directly after Tom Brady at Michigan.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah, it's old out there.
Yeah. In my time, swapping Geritol.
So I took two things away from that.
Okay.
It shows you, of course, and this is me not being a homer. Mm-hmm. It shows that even without the greatest, I'm not gonna say the greatest, the best athletic quarterback in the game right now, you lose him for pretty much a quarter and a half.
Okay. And
you still win. That says a lot about your team.
But you gave him the game with a win. That don't impress me that much. No, it impressed me some because he could have lost the game.
Yes, but
then is that more on Cleveland or more on Kansas City?
See, but that's what I'm gonna get to. I think it shows the grit of the rest of the team around Kansas City because everybody's saying, "Oh, Mahomes."
Because what do we say though? We said you shut down the running game, and put it in Baker's hand.
Yes. Now I usually shit on Baker. I'm not because
he played a efficient game.
I thought he played efficient. I'm not gonna say he was great. That interception, maybe probably wouldn't have thrown at it. It was a tight window, but I looked at the replay. I kind of put that on Jarvis Landry. He sat there. And for him to be a veteran veteran wide receiver, he knows that you got to go attack the ball because Honey Badger.
Plus it's the playoffs.
But Honey Badger does what he does, instincts, and he picked it. He jumped that route. But if you look at the replay, Jarvis Landry is literally just standing there waiting for the ball to come. Like he knows of all people, go get the ball.
Right.
So I'm putting half on that on him and half on Baker. That's still a real tight window to throw that ball. But other than
now, I will say,
what I'm saying,
you
take
can
that
sit
away.
in the route.
He did well
if he put some heat behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because especially like a button hook or something like that. As soon as you make that button hook, you throw that heat. You can sit in the route then.
Yes and no.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying most wide receivers coaches are going to coach you, hey, come back to the ball because that's almost a comeback route at that point. Because I'd rather have a comeback route than a button hook because
I'm just saying I can't remember what route he was running in my head. I'm just saying in general.
Well, Baker was kind of on the run, so I don't know if that was because of pressure.
See, now you on the run, you go get. I think you attack the ball.
Okay.
I would say that if you're on the run, you attack the ball. I would say in general, because I think to say a blanket statement that you never should sit in a route.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying now that's what anything. Your quarterback's in trouble. You always go back,
work back.
Yeah,
you
always do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Regardless,
mm-hmm.
I do agree with that. Yeah, so I do that.
I mean, but we talked about it. Stop the run. I mean,
right.
Cleveland, Nick Chubb had some success, but he didn't get off.
No, he didn't do the
Kareem Hunt didn't get off.
What you normally see.
I mean, they were just top 3 in rushing all year.
Right.
Like getting 200, 300 yards. They didn't even come close to that. They didn't even get 100 as a team.
So the first half they had 18.
Yeah.
Right.
18 yards rushing in the first half. That defense, it gets shitted on a lot, especially by me.
Hey, sometimes well deserved, bro.
I feel like
well deserved.
Yeah. But they it's a bend but don't break defense. They come up in big moments and big spots, and they actually won that game.
I think too.
And coaching.
Yeah.
But if you put them 4 points back on the board that we took off by bad kickers, bad kicking, and then you also lead Pat in for the whole second half, you win by 21 easy.
I mean, so just to piggyback off what you said, you put those 4 points on. That's at the half. That's 23 to 3. That's a 20-point game at half.
Mm-hmm.
If it was, if Butker make those kicks that he normally makes, but speak on that real quick. Jokers is going crazy. Get rid of him. He's a bum. Look at Justin Tucker. And literally in history, the NFL best kicker in history missed 2 field goals.
Right.
It happens. But
they both hit the upright.
They both hit the uprights, but at the end of the day, kickers ain't gonna be perfect. Yeah, you want to be.
It seems like
perfect,
lately, man.
But it seems lately like this.
Kickers been sucking lately. They all got COVID. What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, if you don't want that kicker to miss a field goal, score a damn touchdown.
Booyah! There it is.
I'm sure they miss extra points.
I don't even work. I don't really care about the extra point.
Hey man, sometimes you can lose by that one.
Because
whole game you need that.
Hey, them 1 point.
I'm going for it. I'm going for 2 at least once a game. Like as a coach, you make me your head coach. We're going for 2 every game, once a game.
Yeah, because you're gonna miss at least 1 extra point.
Yeah,
it looks like.
I need that point back early.
Yeah. Now I'm not mad at you at that. I mean, of course, the biggest news of that story, of course, Patrick Mahomes going down.
I think he'll be all right though.
Oh no, he playing.
It's funny. I watched it. I'm like, how did he get a concussion from that?
See, but that's the thing. I mean, even I've seen reports from Jay Glazer. I've seen reports from inside Chiefs organization. It was more. They're saying it was more like an MMA chokehold.
Oh, okay.
And he literally just
blanked
out. Because when he got up,
he was wobbling a little bit.
Well, I thought
his head didn't hit the ground. Yeah. But he didn't hit him in the head. But he had him around the neck.
Yeah.
With a good look, go to sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Look, yeah. But, I mean, there wasn't no malice or ill will mixed by it.
It didn't look like it was.
But yeah, he doesn't have a head injury at all. His head didn't hit anything.
No,
right.
If he had a head injury, he came in the game with it. But when that man stood up with them rubber band legs, I said, "Oh God,
no!" I was at the house. I was like,
"Uh-oh!"
I was like,
"Oh, yeah, that's not normal."
Wait, hold up, Lord, but once I saw that he was all right, I was more worried about his toe because I mean.
Especially as a running quarterback. Well, I mean quarterback period. Because
just quarterback period.
That footwork, you're using your footwork regardless.
I mean, That turf toe
you can't plant on that mud.
Hey, that turf toe made Deion Sanders sit it down.
You know what I'm saying? You can't plant on that mud. That's how you can't plant with a messed up toe.
Can't. It's too painful.
That throws you off. Oh, even Mahomes, I see him.
But you got to think about skill sets. Deion was all explosive. He had to be real explosive, change of direction, stop, cut, lateral movement.
Right.
Yeah.
Pat doesn't really have to do that.
Yeah.
His athleticism is more fading away and then change of direction slowly. Like he gonna beat you in a foot race if y'all start the same spot. But like he plays angles really well and he slides really well too.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think he'll be fine. He'll be back and he'll lead us to victory.
Yeah, we'll make our picks on Thursday, but yeah, I mean, you already know who I'm rocking with.
We'll just put you down for the Chiefs on Thursday's pick. So I just go ahead and pencil you in for the
I'm
Chiefs.
Just saying,
not you, him.
Of course, Jay gonna come on. You see what he got back there. You see what he rocking.
I can't see that far.
You can't see that far.
That word Super Bowl champions.
Is that a Steelers shirt? Is that a?
Let me go a little higher so you can see the arrowhead. You know what that is.
Tell him, dog. Hey,
I know what that is.
Tell him. I keep trying to tell the world that look. If you really take a microscope to this game, that game was not close at all, not even close. But I've been saying that the Chiefs been playing with the NFL all year, and they literally just bored. But that's just me. But
if you really look at it, each game, because I watch every game, they'll do one or two plays that they're just checking for the playoffs. They're checking for later. Will this work? Will it not work? Or whatever. The game plan that you see against Buffalo will be something that you haven't seen all year. Just like the Cleveland game plan, you didn't see. Like we moved the ball up and down the field whenever we wanted to. You haven't seen that game. You haven't seen that all year.
They couldn't stop them. That defense could not stop that offense.
All I'm telling you, man, is we got a date in Tampa. We'll see who be there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you on that. And but speaking of Tampa Bay, man, it looked like it might be the end of an era down in New Orleans.
Nolans.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers went down and put a whooping up on them Drew Brees and them boys.
The second half, they put a whooping on the first half.
And it was Drew Brees' fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was all Drew Brees.
But you know what? I think because we had talked about this earlier in the season, how like Aaron's wasn't making no kind of change and forcing Brady to play
his kind of offense.
Now this game looked like they played more into Brady's
skill set.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of go ahead. What's AJ?
They've been doing that for like the last 5 weeks. So, like, if you've been paying attention,
but I think this game was more
what he had at quarterback.
Because I think they had 30 runs that game.
Right, and if you could tell your coach, hey, I have more winning experience than you. I got it from here. That's a pretty good situation to be in.
Hey, he told Bruce, Bruce,
this is a playoff.
Bruce,
this is why
chill out.
That's why I'm best.
This is where he's like, yo, it's playoff time. This is what I do. All on my lead.
Not only that, hey, I've beat you here several times, sir.
True. That is true.
Do you remember?
He's beating Bruce Arians. You right.
This is me. I did this to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason why you got them great.
No, because I'm saying Arians was at Pittsburgh and Indianapolis when Brady was putting them L's in his pocket. You right. Yeah.
Here's the thing. When you watch that game, when Jared Cook fumbled, I think that's the turning point. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
That was good defense.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Yeah.
If they would have scored, I think it'd have been 27-13, New Orleans. It'd have been 27-13.
Yeah.
That almost takes Tom Brady out of the game plan. He might have to throw more. You know what I'm saying? Almost take away the run. It depends on how they decide to play it, but it could possibly have took away the way they attacked the defense, next series. That could have possibly been a turning point. And then Breeze, I like how they took away the middle and said, we're gonna make you throw and beat us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cover 5, take away that middle, you're gonna have to chuck it down the field. And He couldn't do it.
Hey, you right. I'm with you that was a New England Patriots style of game yesterday. I mean, that's 30 carries between Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones.
Right.
Like that was power running.
That was power running.
Like they didn't get big yards, 63 yards from Leonard Fournette after 17 carries, 62 for Ronald after 13 carries. They didn't explode, but they made sure that we gonna muck it up. We gonna be physical. And Brady did what he did off the run. Few play action, boom, get a couple of little chunk plays right here.
Right.
And
I mean 3 picks
and play defense.
And 3 picks,
Hey, I'm just gonna say it right now. And Kaz, I if you're watching this and I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Everybody wants to keep making excuses on why New Orleans keeps losing in the playoffs. Stop. They lost to that miracle in Minnesota because that was bad defense. The dude went with his head down. You don't let that happen, period.
Okay. Stop
Making excuses. Then you want to talk about the Rams game. Stop making excuses. Even after that bad penalty call, the drive stalled. You had to go for a field goal. But the game went into overtime. And then just because you didn't protect Drew Brees well enough, he threw a duck because he was getting hit and he got picked. Stop making excuses. Last year, they want to talk about Kyle Rudolph did the push off in the end zone. The game went in overtime. Stop making excuses. Kirk Cousins outplayed Drew Brees in that playoff game last year. Stop making excuses.
Kirk
Cousins outplayed Drew Brees in that playoff game last year. Then last night, you throw 3 interceptions.
3 picks, baby.
Stop making excuses for why the Saints didn't get over the hump the last few years. They didn't get over the hump is because they didn't play well in the playoffs.
Right.
Period. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit.
I agree. I ain't a Saints fan. So I don't care.
They ain't even get it off.
Go ahead.
Is it time for a coaching change in New Orleans?
Ooh, that is a great question.
I mean, they better do a QB change.
That's a great question. I was going to ask you about QB, but now you said that. No, here's the thing.
You start over.
Yeah, but who
you gonna get? At this point, it's like who you gonna get? Unless you gonna get Bellamy.
What, Bieniemy?
I mean,
Eric
Bieniemy. Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm saying, but he the only one left ain't really got picked
up. Is he going in the interviews telling man, I don't want your job, I'm a chief for life? Like,
I mean, it seemed like it.
Why is he not getting hired?
Hey, bro, that's for another.
And then Matt Millen, you see that tweet he did?
That's for another show, bro. I can't explain that.
Did you see the tweet that Matt Millen put out? It was garbage. He said, I'm gonna have to paraphrase. He said something along the lines of, "Well, maybe people are not picking him up because they scared of Andy Reid's coaching tree."
No, he's one of the most successful coaching trees out there.
He really does. Hey, his coaching tree's been more successful than Belichick's.
I wish he had tweeted that before we hired him at the Lions. Say, don't get this nigga. Don't get that nigga. He's showing his stupidity. Don't get that nigga.
I'm just tired. You know what? To answer your question, Jay, I think you keep Sean.
At least for this year. I mean,
at least for the next year. I think they have a bigger problem, as in they don't know what they're going to do with quarterback. To me, that's a bigger problem.
You got Wentz, Jameis, and Hill. You got Jameson and Hill.
You got Jameson, Winston, and then you got Taysom Hill. And to me, Taysom Hill is not the answer.
He's not the answer.
No. You got to go with crab legs. You got to go with crab legs.
Oh, you got to go with crab legs.
He had that LASIK surgery, man. They said that man was in Tampa and in Florida State, and he couldn't see nothing. What just seeing people?
He wasn't really stealing crab legs; he was stealing something else.
Oh, he knew they was crab legs.
That's a bit. I can't see you on there. I thought it was something else.
Hey, Cuz was dancing the crib. He's like, I got the butter going at the crib. Oh yeah, I got steaks on the grill. Oh, I got these crab legs. He was dancing his ass out the store with them shits. No, he didn't want to pay for them joints. He's like, I'm James.
My man had the he had the Uber incident, right?
Yeah, he had the Uber situation.
Yo, Crab Legs make bad decisions. I don't know if he could be your franchise quarterback at this.
He was making bad decisions on and off
Between
the field.
him and Maurice Claret, I don't know which one.
Nah,
Claret, the worst.
Nah, Claret was out there, bro.
How you rob somebody?
Nah, Claret was out there, bro. Nah, don't do that to J-Mo. Don't do that to Crab Legs, man.
even before the robbery, though, you at practice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or in 2 days with Grey Goose in the water bottle.
That boy was
that is not a successful recipe for being an NFL running back. What? That is not going to get you. That is not going to help you.
No,
make the roster.
No, not at all. Man, that.
But I digress.
You know, y'all boys is nuts, man. We need to.
Go ahead, go to the next point.
Let's do a quick little preview.
Okay.
Of AFC, NFC championship games.
All right.
To kick off next Sunday, we got Green Bay Packers hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's gonna be a good game.
How you feel about that one, fellas?
Good game on paper.
It's a good game.
On paper,
it's gonna be a good game. But I thought Buffalo and the Ravens gonna be a good game.
Well, that was they played earlier this year, and I think
they stomped them out.
They beat the dose right out of them.
Yeah, they dog walked them niggas.
Yeah. Put a bookmark in that because that will not happen Sunday.
No, I don't think. No. I think it'll be a lot closer.
Oh no, not even close.
I think that ordinarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say going into the frozen tundra at this time of the year, there's no way that a Florida team could take that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got ice cold Tom Brady, who played in New England for forever,
and he's been there.
I mean, he got the controversial game with the Raiders.
Tuck rule.
Tuck rule because of him.
So whether don't do nothing like that. That man will be fine.
He's gonna be fine.
I think it's gonna come down to defense. I don't think it's gonna really come down to offense as everybody think it is. I think it's gonna come down if Tampa Bay can play defense like they
don't give your pick.
I don't give my pick.
Okay,
I think Tampa Bay to play good defense.
Yeah,
it should be a lot better on their side.
If they show up with that same defense yesterday,
yeah,
they definitely in the game.
Especially the defense they played on the first time.
Oh yeah, well I mean anytime you get two picks,
they had Rodgers. Like when the camera went to his face,
he was pissed,
flustered.
He was mad.
Yeah, he was flustered. If they can do that,
yeah,
they have a good chance.
I mean, he was mad the other day on his first incomplete pass. Like Buddy is expecting perfection out of himself this year.
Right.
The thing, like I'm a math guy, man, and little stats and and history and all that. Like I take account of that. Like in the history of the NFL, no team has ever played in a Super Bowl in which their city hosted. Mm-hmm. So Tampa Bay is where the Super Bowl will be.
Right.
That's just something to like. There's never been a home team at the Super Bowl. That's just something to remember. But it could be all good things must come to an end. It could really be this year.
Right.
Hey, bring up your Super Bowl predictions. You kind of said that, old Melly Mel.
Mm-hmm.
You said Tampa Bay, Kansas City.
So here's the thing.
Just to remind you.
If Tom wins the Super Bowl, what does that do to the Belichick?
They ends that discussion. I'm sorry, they ends that discussion.
What does that do to the
unless Belichick wins the next year's Super Bowl?
Ooh,
right.
Belichick come back right back to the
discussion. Why you got to throw a wrench in my shit?
It's almost another discussion.
But you bring up a good point though.
But can you? Okay, here's my thing about that, and that goes back to something we were saying kind of earlier too. How if Brady wins, that speaks to Brady's greatness. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But if you look at the adversity that Belichick had, does that mean he wasn't a good coach? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or was it that the fact without Brady there, he can only win? You know what I'm saying? Because he had a lot of adversity to get over. Now, I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying, can you really count this year? Should you at least give him a couple years so you have more of a what's what I look for? More to look at. You know
I got you.
Yeah, I mean his whole defense out for
right. Right.
No, you're right. Because I'm gonna put it to you like this
Mhm.
way. You take into account the comparison of Cam
Right.
and Brady.
And he had Cam Newton.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, you can easily say that that's pretty much the same team Tom was working with the last couple of years, and he's still going 12-4, getting to the playoffs.
Okay.
You know, that's up for debate. But I'm going strictly off of this year just because it's the first year that him and Belichick aren't together.
Right.
And you take COVID into account, you take there's really no training camp, there's new scenery for both of them, no matter how you slice it.
Okay.
In the beginning of the year, I could have easily said that, hey, Belichick, it was the reason Patriots were winning. Tom really wasn't connecting with the Buccaneers and offense like that. Middle of the season, that scale starts evening out.
Right.
And get to the end of the season, that shit looks more like Tom Brady.
Right.
So I mean, that to me, that shit fluctuates. So to your account, I'm with you. Let's get more of a sample size.
That's all I'm trying to think of.
That's what you trying to say.
It was not coming. I was like,
but I'm saying let's get more of a sample size.
Right.
Maybe, hopefully, when this COVID shit goes away, let's say maybe next year, we can probably have that bring that debate back up and get more accurate opinions on that.
Okay.
Or even if Tom plays past his 2-year contract, because he got a 2-year contract,
right? So
of course next year's the last year that if he plays again, then we can probably give more and more accurate opinions because we have more to sample size from. Right. So to me, the jury's out. But if you're going right now, I'd say that's more Tom Brady. Okay. I mean, not taking away from Bill Belichick, we know what Belichick is as a coach. We know that.
Right.
But if you're talking about right now, I mean, Tom, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was just throwing it out there. I wasn't saying the right or wrong answer. I was just throwing it out there.
So there's a possibility Tom and Patrick Mahomes might meet again, have a duel like they did with Chiefs and Patriots again. So, fellas, how we seeing this? I mean, Jay, you already kind of alluded to it. You see the Chiefs taking down the Bills. But how do you see it happening?
In a not close game at all. Andy Reid is really smart.
Sometimes Steve Marford is on damn good, bro.
In week 6, we played the Bills, and he beat the Bills running the ball down their throat.
He did. Josh Allen disappeared.
And Buffalo remembers that. Clyde will be back.
More than likely. Yeah, he'll have reports. More than likely he will be.
He'll have
it's for Arsenal
3 or 4 rushing attempts. They're gonna throw the hell out that ball. Just because Buffalo thinks that, oh, this is how they beat us. So that game plan, they're watching that film there. And if you look at the Cleveland film, we ran the ball more than usual. So Andy knew what he was doing with it. So he's giving them a lot of stuff on film to look at that ain't gonna matter at all. So yeah,
that is what Andy does. He
so
I think you're gonna get
and I think that because Sammy will probably be back too. Sammy in the lineup makes that receiving core totally different than Pringle or Robinson.
Don't get me started on Robinson, bro.
Sam the Butcher.
Don't get me started on DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson is a guy that they brought back that I wondered why the whole time.
You and me both. You and me both.
But every team has one, like if you're a fan of a team and you're a true fan, there's at least one player on every version of the team that you hate. He's the one for me.
I don't know.
Sammy is one of my favorite players on the team.
I don't know. It might be a tie between DeMarcus Robinson and 56 Ben Neiman that drive me crazy. It might be a tie because they both drive me. Every time I see them on the field, I'm like, please just ball. Please
you know what? I felt like that about Dan Sorensen. I couldn't stand Buddy, and then he made 2 good plays, and now 49's fine with me. You know, so all it takes is a couple plays, and then you can, we'll rock with you because you're playing for the good guys.
Nah,
but I think this game, man, will be. I think he'll go back to the fast-paced scoring, and then let the defense and they're gonna pin their head back and send Frank and
Chris
Jones,
yep.
and Gay. They're gonna send everybody at Allen every play, and just so that way Diggs can't get behind you. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to throw the Diggs early because everybody's coming.
Right.
I think I'm almost on the same track with you. I think they're gonna just muck it up on Diggs' side. Whatever side he's on, they're just gonna play like the most craziest zone. If me personally, and I'm putting on my defensive coordinator hat, I would have one guy literally follow Diggs. I don't care who it is, but at least just stay in front of him. And then always just have one guy over top. Everybody else, I'm not scared of the wide receiver core. Their running game, Singletary, he's adequate, but I'm not scared. I'm gonna put this in Josh Allen's hands and see if he really has improved as the numbers say he has. That's what I would do.
You got to, and by sending and when I say send everybody at him, I'm talking about just 4. Don't send 5. Don't send 6. Just send 4, and 4 is enough to get there.
Yeah.
4 is enough to get there. And if you, I really like Honey Badger playing pretty much that cover 1 back there by himself, and then you just because don't keep an extra linebacker in to watch Cole Beasley coming through the middle on the slant. Yeah. Outside of that, there's nothing there scary.
Yeah. No, I mean, just look at Diggs' numbers. He's getting, not only is he getting double-digit targets, he's getting double-digit catches.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's a no-brainer. Take Diggs out the game and see what the hell happens. I'll live with anything else. And I ain't gonna let 14 kill me. I can't. I just can't. There's no way I'm gonna let Diggs get off. Shut it down. How you see that game going, Big Homie?
It's hard to bet against Kansas City. I'll say that. They got a lot of weapons.
You're gonna lose some money if you do.
They got a lot of weapons. I mean, Andy Reid, excellent coach. So yeah, but I just don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be closer than what everybody think it is. I just think that.
If you listen to everybody, they thinking Buffalo gonna win.
Yeah. Well, everybody's thinking that too.
No, I'm not.
They're the hottest team.
My thing is this, especially talk about like the TV people, like Keyshawn and Steve and all. They bandwagon people to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If a quarterback have a good game,
they jump on it.
They jump. Oh my God, did you see Brady? Oh my, he's resurrected. But what about them 4 games he played when he sucked?
When he was trash.
He was trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden now I gotta bow down to Brady. So I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just don't. I think like putting too much emphasis on the Chiefs gonna blow them out or Chiefs gonna do that. That's where overconfidence make you lose. Come back and bite. There's some of the games, I know a lot of people say, well, the Chiefs was just playing with them, stuff like that. But you play with the wrong person.
Yeah, that might catch you slipping.
You know what I'm saying?
As Mike Tyson gets busted Douglas.
Right. That's the ultimate one right there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So I think if for the Chiefs game plan, stick to the game plan, but don't underestimate the Bills.
No.
I think underestimating the Bills is going to be costly for them.
I hear you. Man.
I like to see the Bills win just because of I mean, y'all fans. You know what I'm saying?
That's too much right there.
I like to see a win because I think it's a better story.
Nah, damn that. They had 4 chances in a row, goddamn it. Should have picked up one of them. That's your fault. You got Hall of Famers up and down there, Rozzy. I mean, they ran into another team with a whole bunch of Hall of Famers on too, but yeah. Hey, you got 4 cracks at it, 4 in a row. And that's your fault. It ain't your time now. We trying to build the next dynasty. Sorry for your knuckles. Nah, ain't your time. But man, We gonna find out what's really good. Come up on Sunday. But now it's time to get some shit off my chest, man.
Uh-oh.
Holla at your boy! Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
Go ahead and get off your chest.
I gotta get off my chest. These Houston Texans
here we go.
is gonna mess around and lose one of the best players that their franchise will probably ever see. And the reason why they doing this because they keep dipping in this New England Patriot pot, thinking it's gonna change their franchise.
Right.
So they have just hired Nick Casario, who was just another front office person with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And just off the top of my head, just a list that off the top of my head, you got Mike Vrabel that was a former New England Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
You got Romeo Crennel, Vince Wilfork, Larry Izzo, Bill O'Brien. Like, now I get after, your contract is done, you got the right to go anywhere. But it seems like the Houston Texans are strictly targeting former Patriot, whether it's coaches or players. They keep bringing New England Patriot people in that building, thinking that they can recreate what is New England. But they're missing the biggest part, that the person that created all that is the coach that is still coaching there.
Right.
And they keep
and
trying.
They had Tom Brady.
And that too. And they keep thinking they can recreate that dynasty.
Right.
And bring it to Houston.
Right.
And they are making J.J. Watt don't want to be there no more. Deshaun Watson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, who's been mild-mannered and really doesn't really be on social media like that. He's saying my attitude went from a 2 to a 10. That's going 0 to 100 real quick.
That's dysfunction.
Not only is it dysfunction,
I'm talking about like the organization.
That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm getting at and why I need to get this on my chest. They are going to waste a generational talent at quarterback because they are not structured right front office wise. And it's costing them a window. Matter of fact, there was a point in time that Houston Texans, if you had them on your schedule,
right,
with Deshaun Watson, with J.J. Watt, with someone, and that defense was comparable, and they had DeAndre Hopkins, like, yo, we got to come to play.
Right.
Now you get them on the scale. You like when
that's an L.
Yeah, that's an
L for them.
If I'm a Texans fan, I'm looking at what can we win. Well, shit, I mean, we might get the Jaguars. Okay, we got them twice a year. Right. 2 wins. What else?
Oh, Jets.
You got the Jets. What else?
Lions.
Yeah, you got the Lions. Okay, we got them.
Right.
Other than that, there's other 28 teams that'll always whoop their ass now.
Right.
So my thing is like, man, I feel bad for Deshaun because he is going to just sit there and suffer, and his talents are getting wasted for a franchise that just doesn't know how to appreciate that.
Man, you know it's bad when Andre Johnson said, man, you got to get out of there.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you got to get out of there.
Hey, man, he was looking at James Harden's little cheap book. He's like, how to get out of Houston. Oh, get a fat suit, demand a trade.
Right.
All right, cool. We up out of there. Hey, Deshaun, my brother, man, I'm praying for you, dog.
Go to San Fran.
Hey, whoo.
Go to San Fran. Send Garoppolo, whatever that nigga name is.
Jimmy G.
Back to the Patriots. Everything. Good.
Just get them up out of there. Just get them up out of there.
I think that'd be a good fit. I mean, him at San Fran?
Nah, anything but Houston right now.
What was saying, but they got that defense.
No. That's a good setup.
I mean, look, they was winning with a third string quarterback.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got a comparable, a good quarterback.
And that defense to go with it.
That'd be nice.
I hear you. Get off your chest, big bro.
Let him go.
Oh, Jay, you
Go ahead.
No, mine's gonna be totally different. I don't want you to go.
All right. So for me, you fair weather fans, bandwagon bookies, media hyped henchmen.
Wow.
Look at the wordplay.
Def Comedy Jam. I mean, Def Poet Jam.
You know, you guys cue me jumping on whatever bandwagon to dethrone the champs. week in and week out. See, as a Chief fan, you would say this is new for you. Y'all only been winning for a few years now. So what are you talking about? Why are you so mad? Well, I'm a Duke Blue Devil fan as well. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan as well. I've watched people. Oh, we coming for the throne in every sport. And when your team gets put out or don't make the playoffs, oh, they're gonna beat y'all. They're gonna beat y'all. Shut up. Choose a winning team. Choose a team that can win. Stick with that team through the rebuilding, because that happens, through the up years and the down years.
Right.
And then when your team can't beat the team that you're cheering against, shut up. If your team's not in there, listen, if you're a Steelers fan, I don't want to hear you talk to me about the Chiefs. If you're a Cowboy fan, I don't want to hear you talk, period.
Football, period.
Period.
If you like the football team, you can't watch football anymore. The fact of the matter, it's just this. You guys are so we've become in love with this underdog story. The great poet Sean Carter once said, I'm tired of your preoccupation of David and Goliath. You want the little guy to win so bad that you don't appreciate, and this is why a whole lot of LeBron James hate comes to, you don't appreciate greatness when it's in your face.
Right.
So instead of rooting for that, I had people come on my actual page and say, hey, the Browns are going to beat y'all. If the Browns would have won, I probably would have fought either one of y'all. Don't bring that negativity to my positive environment. So and now everybody's riding this Buffalo bandwagon because that's what Stephen A. Smith is doing. You guys quit following these talk heads and trying to tell me what they said. Hey, I do my own research. I don't care what they said, because it's just an opinion. Get your own opinion. Get your own team. When your team lose, shut up. If your team's not, there's only four fan bases that can still talk football this year.
Right.
And if you're not one of those four,
So you can miss me with that bullshit you spitting with your punk ass.
Hey. 100.
I think that is kind of appropriate for that.
Nah, that was very appropriate. Miss me with that bullshit. Big bruh.
So
off your chest.
Mine, I want to talk about, since it's MLK Day, I kind of want to bring that up. You know, what would MLK think about what has been accomplished since his death up until now? You know, you think about I Have a Dream speech and all the great speeches he had. I mean, he's one of the greatest orators that ever lived. Fought for equal rights, you know. And then my thing is, I can't even see how some people talk about they didn't like him because of color of his skin, where his platform was unification of all. You know, so on a day like this, you think about what brings us all together: sports.
Yeah.
At the time when he was fighting for civil rights, there was no black coaches. You know, there was barely that many black players. And then the ones that did play sports couldn't even eat at some of the lunch counters. You know, you think about all those things. You know, his letter from Birmingham jail. I like the fact that he reached to the book of Amos, and he talked about, because I want to make sure I say it right. He said, "But let justice roll down like a water, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream." And you think about that in the times that we're living in now. And now you see sports players picking up that mantle, you know, with the Jacob Blake, with the Breonna Taylors, Ahmaud Arbery, and when the list goes on, you know, and it's the mess up thing about that is I can go and name at least 20 names off the top of my head, and the list still is not exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, would he be proud of what's been accomplished? Because now you can say like we talked about last week when we talked about, you see games now where you have 2 opposing black quarterbacks in a game with possibly a black offensive coordinator. That wouldn't happen back in his time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So will he have been proud of what's been accomplished? Or would he say that we have further to go? And I want to play this right here.
What stands out to me
and I remember
is
this.
Just watching the Republican convention, and they're spewing this fear, right? Like all you hear is Donald Trump and all of them talking about fear. We're the ones getting killed. We're the ones getting shot. We're the ones that were denied to live in certain communities. We've been hung, we've been shot, and all you do is keep hearing about fear. It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country, and this country does not love us back.
And that's Doc Rivers from
Doc Rivers after Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake, yeah.
Right. And so, yes, we made strides.
Mm-hmm.
There's no denying that. I mean, you turn on your TV. Now, since we sticking to sports since we're a sports show.
Yeah.
You turn on your television and you can watch predominantly black players in just about every sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then depending on your definition of black, that spills over to MLB too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're in soccer, well, football. You know, you're seeing some black hockey players now. Yeah. So you're seeing black people throughout the sports genre.
Yeah.
You know, but then here's Doc Rivers, a black man, a black head coach, who's made the statement that we keep loving this country, but this country won't love us back. So on Martin Luther King's birthday, you know, I just want us to keep that in remembrance and not to be complacent. Because yes, there are strides that we made, and I applaud that. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see the Lions hire a black GM. It's good to see Eric Bieniemy be able to go on interviews. Mm-hmm. They even consider him as a head coach. Because years ago, that wouldn't even happen.
Yeah.
Those things are good. And I bring this up because you hear in the Twitter sphere and all that place, well, you guys had a black president. You know, you guys that's irrelevant of what's the totality of not only what we lost in this country, not only what we put into this country. You are paying money to see black people perform for you,
entertain you.
Yeah. But I can't sit there. But you don't want to sit next to you on the bus, on the train, and stuff like that.
And it's funny you said this. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Regina King, One Night in Miami. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Okay.
So the first scene is the guy that plays Jim Brown.
Okay.
And everybody knows him.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to this house in Georgia, some family friends that he knew, mm-hmm. and they were white. And the guy was older, mm-hmm. and his daughter asked him to move a dresser. Mm-hmm. And this is the guy playing Jim Brown goes, mm-hmm. Need some help. Mm-hmm. And he goes, well, come on, Jim. I can't allow you can't help me. You know we don't allow niggas in the house.
Wow.
And he's saying this to Jim Brown.
Right.
Literally at the peak of his career.
Right.
Being literally running through the Russian rankings mm-hmm. of the NFL.
Right.
And still, no matter who he was, mm-hmm. and as famous as he was, he still wasn't allowed in the house because he was a nigga.
Allowed in the house because he's a nigga.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We made progression.
We made progression.
We still
We
got
made
some work to do.
progress. We still got work to do.
Still got work to do.
So my get off my chest is just don't be complacent.
Keep pushing.
Enjoy the sport.
Keep pushing.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not for me to tell you not to enjoy it. We should enjoy it. I love sports. I've been watching sports since I can remember taking breath. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching sport for a long time. I always tell the story. I remember, I think I was in 5th grade, and one of the reasons why I am a Michigan fan, not a Michigan State fan, a music teacher taught me the Michigan fight song.
Yeah.
I was like in 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I've been surrounded by sports. So I love sports. But at the same time, I have to keep in my mind not to be complacent because we made strides. Because one of the things, what does equality look like? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like to you? That's just a rhetorical question.
Okay.
That's a rhetorical question for you to think about. What does equality look like for you? You know, does equality look like a few black faces speckled throughout the sports world?
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and I'll give it in a sports analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you got a team playing basketball. Both of y'all are coaches, right, for different teams.
Okay.
And Lamar, your team, for the first 3 quarters, every time your players bring the ball up court, I call a call on them, phantom calls or whatever, right? So his team is now up by 20, 30 points. And in the 4th quarter, I say, hey, I'm going to call the game equal. Is it truly equality at that point? Because I've already given you the other team a head start.
Right. Right.
You know, a lot of times we talk about equality, man, and you cannot discredit the head start that was given to the other team.
Right. All right. That's right. That's correct.
And that's well said.
See how sports can just bring
sports bring it all together.
Bring it all together.
Wow. Hey, Big J, man, we gonna get up out of here, but before we do, man, I definitely want to say thank you and big us for coming on the show.
Appreciate you. It's been fun.
It's been fun. Been great conversation. Go ahead, give the people one more time where they can find you at, big homie.
Hey man, on Instagram, Therapeutic Rap. Also, Training Nation on Instagram. That's my personal. It's a lot funnier than Therapeutic Rap. Podcast, Man Down Podcast Network, Man Down Podcast, Therapeutic Rap Podcast. That's on YouTube. We're on all platforms, man. We definitely appreciate you guys allowing me to come here, and you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the door is always open on the Man Down or Therapeutic Rap, man. I like to talk to you being from Detroit, man. I know it's some stories, there's some stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's how we got connected. We worked together.
Oh yeah.
And then because him and our other host, Alexis on I.O.W started the first episode, they brought me on as a guest, and then it just kind of organically happened. So,
right.
But just conversations me and him had just at work. Oh yeah. This Detroit nigga got some shit for you, dog.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I was in the military, man, and I served with some cats from Detroit, some cats from Flint. And I've been to Detroit, man. I've been a lot of places, and I will give Detroit credit. It is the only place that I've ever been in my life that the whole time I was there, I was uncomfortable. The whole entire time I was there, I was uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't let your guard down with shit.
Hey man, listen. I've been to Chicago. I could be comfortable in Chicago. I could be comfortable in LA, New York. But Detroit, the whole entire time that I was there, and I ain't leave nothing. So I don't have no reason to ever go back. But I mean, it's a city, man, and those type of environments put a type of strength in the people.
Right.
That strength resonates over everything that you do, man. So even though I just made a little joke about it, man, I'm sure that part of who you are and part of, you know, your toughness and your honorability and all of that comes from that city, man.
Right.
Detroit versus everybody. Y'all started that. Y'all started the versus everybody.
Right.
Yeah, no, I like that, man.
I got a sweatshirt.
Yeah, trust. No, you got the sweatshirt. I'm surprised you didn't get the red one.
I just took it off.
Yeah. but again, Jay,
Right,
man, big
appreciate
homie,
you,
I
bro.
appreciate you again.
You'll see me popping up on the podcast.
Yeah. Again, y'all can catch Jay on the Man Down podcast, the Therapeutic Rap podcast.
Right.
His Instagram, Facebook, all of that. You can also catch us. You can catch Jamel at Bonfire J. Edward Collection. He got the sweatshirt right now.
Clothing line.
Yeah, he even do the merchandise for our other podcast.
Right.
I got my sweatshirt over there. Of course, if you are in the Triangle area, you can catch me at madmax.net for all your catering needs.
Right.
You can catch our other host, Alexis Henderson, on
Millie
J Sweet Treats.
Right.
She does all the baking. She also does catering as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can catch us at ioftenwonder19.com, our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at I.O.W Sports Network. Man,
like the page,
share,
subscribe.
comment, yeah, all that. And then y'all see the number at the bottom of the screen. Next show that we got on Thursday, call in.
Yes,
please.
We like a good discussion.
Yeah, we like a good discussion. We had a great discussion with my man Jay today.
Right.
That could be you. You know what I'm saying? Or just call in and just drop a quick little nugget and hang up.
Right.
But hey, man, I appreciate y'all fellas, man. That was a good show today. And until next time, till Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I.O.W Sports. It's your boy Wildcard Martin. That nigga Jamel. Love y'all, world. Y'all be good. Appreciate you, Jay.
Yes, sir.